All right, we are live. We are live. I hope you all are tuning in to Naijha Speaks. We are live at the Animal and Vegan Advocacy Summit in Washington, D.C. Who do I have here? Who are we speaking with?
Anthony Martinez here. I'm one of the co-founders of Casa Vegana de la Comunidad.
One
We're
of
a
the
vegan
co-founders.
education organization based out of Puerto Rico.
Oh, Puerto Rico. You know, I'm half Puerto Rican. Boricua.
All right.
Yes, grandparents, definitely. Abuela, abuelo. Rest in peace to my abuela, abuelo. And who do we have here?
Hi, I'm Addison Lance with the Farm Animal Rights Movement. We work pretty
Farm
closely
Animal
with Casa
Rights.
Vegana, Farm Animal Rights. So we actually partnered recently with Casa Vegana. They helped us write an amazing article about decolonizing food systems for Indigenous Peoples Day. You should check it out.
Woo! Decolonizing the food. What does that mean?
It means that when colonists came in, they brought cows, they brought all sorts of foods that hadn't been in Latin America or the Caribbean before, and completely changed the food systems that were already there and made it very hard to sustain that. And so now, Anthony can tell you, Puerto Rico has a big issue getting food to the island that's good for the islands.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, part of the issue that we're having is a lot of the food is imported. So it becomes very difficult to sustain that system, especially during the crisis situations where we had like the Jones Act that prevented food coming in. Like people were sending food to us and it wasn't getting to us because it has to go to Florida and then has to get repackaged and sent back to the island. It's a pretty brutal system, very unsustainable, and it creates prices that are just not affordable.
What is the population of people on the island that are vegan? I mean, because you always hear that the African American demographic is the highest rising vegan eaters. What is going on in Puerto Rico?
I would say Puerto Rico's it's like in its infancy in terms of having that vegan movement. There's a lot of vegan businesses though. There's a lot of stuff sprouting up. We have like three vegan ice cream shops. We have a bunch of vegan businesses. It's thriving, but we need a movement. We need more of like that grassroots, like getting people to really start thinking about the animals because it's more like a food movement, to be honest. So we're trying to shift that. We're trying to shift the thinking more vegan.
But do you think that's how our culture starts? Because even the African American demographic, it starts with the food. I was just having a conversation with someone last night about that. It's that food is a social thing. Once you start talking about changing, what you're going to eat, then that's when you start losing friends and family members. So what are your thoughts around that? It starts with food. How do we transition to the animals? What is the plan?
Yeah, I mean, it absolutely always starts with food. And we're no different. Puerto Rico, that's like a big, like food it's like a religion. So it's like asking people to eat more blueberries is like changing their religion. But yeah, I mean, we could start with, we always start with food. That's usually the conversation, how do we start bringing the animals, right? The discussion of animal rights. It becomes tricky, to be honest, because the island is always in crisis mode, right? We have the hurricane situation, we have energy issues with the grid that's falling apart, water accessibility is starting to become difficult. We meet people where they are.
Thank you. That's exactly what we do at the Black Bed Society. That's my nonprofit. That's all you can do is meet people where they are. There's a lot of work to do. I was talking about that last night in the keynote. Over 90% of the population is still not vegan. So what are the strategies that are going to be in place? And thank you, A. Clark. That was a great question that they said I asked about the population and what we're going to do about it. And the strategy, because there is a lot of work that needs to be done, and it is going to take strategies, multiple strategies. There is one strategy, so it is about not either or how we're going to do it and how we're going to do it. What else do you want to say? I just want to take a look at the table and what you have here.
So we're going back to our roots. The original founder of the organization was Chili's on Wheels.
Yes.
So-
Eloisa Trinidad, is that, you know,
No,
who is
so
it?
our founder was Michelle Carrera.
Yes, Michelle Ray. Yes, I know.
So we're going back to those roots that we're doing. We started activating our meal share programs. So we're sharing meals with those in need of a meal. And yeah, so we just started that about 3 weeks ago, and we're in the process of, generating funds for that program.
How do people reach out to you? How do they connect?
Well, the best ways online, casavegana.pr.org,
Puerto Rico.
and then they can check us out online at casavegana.pr, or they can look us up on pledge.to, under Casa Vegana de la Comunidad, Envuelto Comunitario. That's where they could donate. That's basically it.
And please tell us your name again. Who are we
I'm
talking?
Anthony Martinez.
Anthony Martinez and all right. Thank you for your time. I'm gonna, see what else is going on in here. We are at the ABA Summit. We are live. No problem at all. Definitely got to represent my Puerto Rico people. We are live at the ABA Summit. I was at the Faunalytics table. Brooke Haggerty, we got to give a shout out to Women Funders and Animal Rights. Brooke Haggerty is a member of Women Funders and Animal Rights, a great organization. She's repping the Faunalytics table. Talk to me about what's going on here.
So Advocacy is an organization that conducts and shares research in order to help other animal organizations be as impactful as possible. So we are here to serve you. If you are an animal advocate, check us out at faunalytics.org. We have all the data you could ever need for free. And we have office hours. So if you want to talk to a researcher, there's anything we can do to help you, come visit us. We're just here for you.
Faunalytics. I asked the question of Liz because that question was asked of me. Why is it that the demographic of African Americans is the highest rising demographic in the movement? And I was just stunned by it. I'm like, okay, I don't know specifically in terms of data, but I can guess, what might be. But I'm hoping Faunalytics can help me with that. Okay, so I'm gonna contact you during office hours to see what we can do. Okay.
Excellent. I love it. You get in touch. We're here to help.
Thank you so much. Faunalytics in the house. And then we have my peoples. I know you're entertaining somebody. That's fine. We are live on Naijha Speaks. And tell us who you are, what you expect to get out of here, what do you do, all the stuff.
Oh my gosh, guys, what I expected to see. So my name is Vanetta Calloway. I am the event organizer of the Black Vegan Experience and director of nonprofit Community of Consciousness. I have had a blast already just meeting people and just learning about their passions in line with mine. So many people here that are caring and want to help and just have resources that I would have never thought about. So I'm super excited. And I got to hear about Miss Naijha and her background because I was totally clueless. So now I'm better woman for it.
How'd you hear about that? Tell us, what happened?
Oh my, she was the keynote speaker yesterday. Oh my gosh. I was like, I should have been on the front row. And amazing speaker, had so much to share that I really feel like people were open to. And this is not the last time I hear her speak from stage. So y'all make sure y'all come and check out the ABA next year and see if you can find her on these pages, y'all. She was in these streets for real.
How can people connect with you?
Oh, you can find me on everything social media. Facebook is the Black Vegan Experience, IG at Black Vegan Experience, TikTok, Black Vegan Experience. And we have YouTube, Black Vegan, everything is the Black Vegan Experience or Black Vegan Experience. And we'd love for you to connect with us to get more information about our upcoming events and how you can get connected to the nonprofit for our community outreaches.
Let me tell you, I went to the Black Experience in Houston, where you had Jasmine Leyva, the film director of Invisible Vegan. Dr. Milton Mills was out there. Rooted Vegan Cuisine. I connected, it was the bomb. So you were doing your thing. Look at that. You got Tabitha about cooking from the spirit. We definitely got to represent. You're a nurse, right?
So let me tell you guys about my setup. So I feel that when we're out and we're doing conferences, I need to see a little bit about everything that we do.
Yes.
And so the reason why we have the scrubs here is to remind people that we want to do medical outreach when people are coming into the events to do the free health assessments. So we need medical volunteers. When you hear about our events that are coming up, we have samples on the table right here.
These were so good. The purple carrot ranch cracker. Can I take another one? This was so good. Purple carrot branded ranch crackers. Amazing. I'm gonna look. Where can I get this?
And it drew her to the table.
It did.
I found it at Ross, and I'm pretty sure you can get it at either Publix or Whole Foods because I've seen purple carrot on the shelf in different places. And then we have the information. We have a little bit of connections to children.
I love this. My colored coconut. Oh, you wrote this. I gotta get this book.
We got it on Amazon.
Okay.
It spreads awareness about biracial blended families because a lot of people get Black experience and they still feel the So it's a totally inclusive event, friends. It doesn't matter if you're Black, white, Hispanic. It's for all of us.
It's inclusive,
Yes,
y'all. Don't be afraid of the word Black. We got to get comfortable with Black. You know, I'm executive director of Black Business Society. Always got to get comfortable with the word Black. Okay, Black is beautiful.
Absolutely.
Love it, love it. There goes Vanetta.
Yes.
Callaway. Black Vanetta's better. The Black Vegan Experience. So, folks, I am out here at the Animal and Vegan Advocacy Summit here in DC at the Hilton Hotel, and it is an amazing event, connecting with so many here. I got to give a shout out to Unchained TV. Jane Velez Mitchell has been interviewing folks since yesterday. So please download the app, Unchained TV. She's always working really hard, doing her thing. Good. We're live too over here. Checking out Jane. Okay. Unchained down.
Just putting a story together right now about the plant-based treaty being passed by the LA City Council. We're making change. The LA City Council endorsed the plant-based treaty, which calls for relinquishing animal agriculture, redirecting to plant-based agriculture, and renewing forests. And Dr. Crystal Heath, who's an amazing veterinarian, is here. Tell her about what you're doing.
So ventilation shutdown is a cruel method of mass killing animals, especially during the avian influenza outbreak. Just one bird is tested positive for avian influenza, and millions on the farm have to be killed. And they're killing them via this horrible method called ventilation shutdown, where they seal up barns, pump in heat and steam until they die of heat stroke over many hours. Many times it takes 8 hours for them to die. And then workers have to go in and bring their necks. It's absolutely horrifying. There are more humane methods, but ultimately we have to stop the need for depopulation in the first place. And sadly, though, we started a campaign, and 1,500 veterinarians have signed on asking the AVMA, the American Veterinary Medical Association, to condemn ventilation shutdown as a form of mass killing. But despite all of our efforts over 2 years, everything we've written, the op-eds in the Washington Post, in the SF Chronicle, in many major outlets, the USDA is now being pushed to make ventilation shutdown with heat a preferred form of mass killing.
Whoa.
So now more animals will potentially be killed with this horrifying way. And the worst part is, too, taxpayers are funding this. One example is billionaire Glenn Taylor. Back in 2015, his farm, Rembrandt Farms, was hit with avian influenza and 5 million birds were killed. His farm was hit again this year, and again 5.3 million birds had to be killed, and this time they used ventilation shutdown as one of the main ways of killing these birds. And he will get millions in taxpayer subsidies for doing this. And his farm is located on the Mississippi Flyway. It will happen again, and the taxpayers will bail him out again.
So what's the call of action to stop this, or what do people need to do?
We are encouraging people to contact the AVMA, contact the USDA, but most importantly, go onto our website and we will keep you informed, and we will
What's the website?
Know our next steps. So the website is Veterinarians Against Ventilation Shutdown, VAVSD.org, and also ouronor.org. And I have 2 flyers here for you, VAVSD.org and ouronor.org, and we will tell you our next call to actions. Things are changing, but also we want you to let your veterinarians know, because we need 200 AVMA veterinarians to sign our petition to the American Veterinary Medical Association to urge them to pass a resolution to make ventilation shutdown a not recommended form of mass killing.
We heard it right here live on Naijha Speaks. Okay, thank you for that
Thank you.
information, Jane. See, keep it up, keep it up.
We've got a big fight on our hands, but we can win. What she just described is unimaginable torture on a scale, on a mass scale never before seen. It's morally reprehensible. There are no words. The words morally reprehensible don't even begin to cover it. What a shameful thing to do. We've got to stop it, whatever it takes.
Exactly, especially with taxpayer money. People get
Taxpayer
on it.
money.
So there we are. I'm gonna go out on the floor and see what's going on. Pass by. Okay, we're gonna get out on the floor because there's a couple of other exhibitors that that's the plant-based treaty endorsed today. So that's what they're talking about, endorsing the plant-based treaty. I'm gonna come back. Just wanted to go farm animal rights movement right in there. All right, we have animals and lots of exhibitors here planted. Okay, let's see what's going on. I want to get to my friends at Afro Vegan Society. You know, it's my table. I've been giving out the protein shakes. When I came in last on Thursday night, everything was closed. So I'm so glad that I brought these Orgain. Shout out to Orgain, donating protein shakes to you know, to some of the events that I've done, and we've had some left over. So folks have been picking these protein shakes up. And let me go get my bag out of this room. We are live. We are live. We're hoping that you come down to the summit or try to register. There's still a couple of days to go. Be here till Sunday. Let me go check out my peeps at the Afro Vegan Society table. We have Yarn Carnism there. Melody Joy wrote a book about it. We have Jennifer Stovic from the Vegan Women's Summit here as well, going to speak today. There we go. Afro Mercy for Animals is here. Definitely have to big up Mercy for Animals. They have supported my organization personally, so shout it out. Mercy for Animals here representing at the AVA Summit. You want to say anything?
Check out our most recent investigation we released. You could probably QR scan if you have
I'm
a
live.
friend's phone.
Yep, I'm live right now.
Okay. All right. I don't know
So
how
just
to make
let
that happen.
it. Well, animals. Can they
But
Google
check
it?
out
Animals under attack. Can they go to your website? Mercy for Animals.
Worldwide. We're worldwide. So this is out of Mexico. Trying to get.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get the chickens out of cages worldwide.
Yes.
That's serious.
Mercyforanimals.org. Please check them out. Awesome at the summit. All right, we got the vegan Afro Vegan Society table here. We are live on Naijha Speaks. How's everyone doing today? Awesome. Who's going to represent? Oh, I know Javilla's going to represent. What's going on here, Afro Vegan Society? Talk it up.
We're having a great time here at Advocacy Society. Be sure to stop by our table, grab some literature, talk to us. We would love to talk to you. So yeah, we're having a great time. Hope to see you.
I picked up some buttons and some recipe cards, and they're talking about dairy-free future for all of our people of color or lactose intolerant. You shouldn't be consuming dairy. It is for baby cows, calves, not for us. So please come support Afro Vegan Society at afrovegansociety.org. A Well-Fed World, platinum sponsor of the AVA Summit. Major, you want to speak? Hi. We are live on Naijha Speaks.
Oh, well,
You're representing a well-fed world. What do you got to say?
We're a vegan hunger relief organization working internationally in the global south with grassroots partners. Check us out, Plants for Hunger program.
Plants for Hunger program. I can tell you, a Welfare World has been a big supporter of Black Bed Society, my organization. Man, I have this right here. These are like the, I don't see many people selling these utensil sets, but I've had it since 2019. I think the first time. Yeah, these are great things, these utensil sets. Yes, 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 and that's the best thing because I like for my, I got to try the vegan sushi that they have here, so I want to check that out. But yes, give it up to Welfare World. Welfare World is doing their thing. They have the teas out. Just have to give it up to Dawn Moncrief doing her thing. ABA Summit, there you go. ABA Summit, there you go. I'm gonna take a look around and then end this because it's almost lunchtime. So, and that's Animal Outlook over there. Everybody is representing mainly Gen V, formerly a billion, $1 million vegans. And there goes a step and repeat. Yes, everybody's having a good time. I will end it back at my table. So, I mean, there you have it. That's what's going on here. The Animal and Vegan Advocacy Summit. Black Bed Society is meeting you where you are. Please support us at blackbedsociety.org. God Just Speaks is a product of Black Bed Society. So we are meeting people where they are on their journey towards veganism. So that said, I am going to go and grab myself a bite to eat. So I try to give you some more coverage and interviews as the weekend progresses. But there you have everyone's hanging out. All right. Stay well and stay blessed. Have a good one.